Quote from the book: "The supplier fitness program helps suppliers through targeted measures to eliminate weaknesses within their own value creation processes, making them more competitive." A supplier to Apple once told me that if you work for the fruit company, it is like going to a really brutal gym. It is painful, but you get so much stronger and better every day. In this video, I show you how industry leaders like Apple and Toyota are assuming responsibility for what is happening at their suppliers. And I will explain to you when to deploy a supplier fitness program in your company. Let's get started. Apple is famous for designing new products hand in hand with figuring out how to make these products in the most effective and efficient way. This pretty much sets Apple apart from most other companies. The usual way to do this is for the OEM's engineers just to focus on the product and let the suppliers worry about how to make it. Design for manufacturing is mostly an afterthought. Apple does this completely differently, and I have addressed this in several of my previous videos. Maybe the best known example is the unibody chassis that Apple introduced with the original MacBook Air back in 2008. It was a bit counterintuitive to deploy CNC machines that were meant to make complex parts at low volume for not that complex parts at really high volumes. So rather than convince suppliers to invest, Apple simply bought CNC machines and provided them to their suppliers. This is quite well known. What is not so well known is the lengths Apple would go to ensure that suppliers are doing the right thing. With the launch of new product generations, Apple is planning the manufacturing processes in detail. Apple builds up pilot lines and experiments until they're satisfied with the results. And these optimized pilot lines are then rolled out at the suppliers that are selected for mass production. Apple people are present in the factories full-time and they supervise the activities of the suppliers. The scale of the associated operations can be gauged with a rumor in 2019 that claimed that Apple buys 50 business class seats a day on United flights to Shanghai alone. This practice sets Apple apart from other companies in the high-tech industry that mostly take a more hands-off approach. The closest example to Apple would be Toyota. Toyota has its own way of doing business that can be summarized under the term Toyota Production System. If you want to know more about Toyota Production System or TPS, I recommend you read my favorite business book of all times, The Machine That Changed the World. With TPS, Toyota aims at the highest quality, the lowest cost, and the lowest possible waste. And for suppliers to be in good standing with Toyota, they need to fully embrace TPS. In order to ensure that this happens, Toyota provides a lot of help to suppliers. One could even say that Toyota takes responsibility for the operations at the suppliers. Toyota offers exchange programs for supplier people. Toyota teaches suppliers across all aspects of TPS. They provide support when suppliers face technical problems. Toyota advises suppliers on high-quality functions and processes. They will ask the supplier to invest in state-of-the-art technology, and in summary, for suppliers, it is the Toyota way or the highway. Executives at car makers are telling me that at European suppliers, you can clearly see if a factory is working for Toyota. The Toyota way is spilling over, and the respective factories are consistently delivering better quality than other factories of the same supplier not working for Toyota. So Apple and Toyota are the shining examples for supplier fitness programs. But you can also take your suppliers to the gym. With the rollout of the vaccine, we will soon be able to travel again. And the first trip should take you to the factory of your supplier. Spend quality time in there. Try to really understand how the supplier is generating value for you. Ideally, and if your employer and the supplier permits, spend a week in the supplier factory as an operator at the line. Get your hands dirty and experience firsthand what it takes to make your products. What is great about it? What makes the job difficult? Observe how process is organized. Are there charts and displays at every workstation recording performance? How often do people at the line have to wait for their colleagues to catch up? And how often is the line down? Is the line management and factory management engaging in initiatives to increase yield rate? What are they doing to improve quality? Are your fellow operators encouraged to take waste in terms of inventory, time, energy and labor? Are people spending a lot of time moving stuff from one end of the factory to another? The more often you visit supplier factories, the better trained your eye will become in spotting opportunities for improvement. And if you want to jumpstart your ability to conduct supplier fitness program, ask lean experts from your manufacturing for help. Bring them into your suppliers and do this with concrete savings targets. Share the savings in a way that is in line with how you normally do this. And as you go and learn, your supplier fitness program keeps growing and gaining momentum. And who knows, one of these days you taking suppliers to the gym may rival the programs of Apple and Toyota. Oh, and before I forget it, H5 supplier fitness program is appropriate if you enjoy really high demand power and the suppliers have slightly higher than average supply power. Okay, there you have it. Your way of taking suppliers to the gym. Now I'm curious, are you ready to spend 1 week in your suppliers' factories to learn how to make your products? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching and I see you in the next one. Bye!